ati louder exhaust is equals to more power and such things. Hizo ni vitu nimesikia pia mimi kwa ground, you know. Now, because your car is sounding like a race car does not mean it is faster. So using a louder exhaust, it's not going to automatically mean at more horsepower, more torque. By the way, in most cases, the moment umechange exhaust ya gari yako bila kufuata the correct procedure ama calculations, it can make your car perform worse, not better. Okay? Let's break it down this way. So number one, hapo kwa sound is equals to speed. Most loud exhaust systems inakuanga tu ni kutoa silencer ama kitu inaitangwa resonator. You know, it makes the car sound aggressive. Pia unafurahia na pia gari ikipita kwa street unasikia imeenda. But when you look at it, hakuna mahali inaenda. It's very slow. You know, that noise you're hearing is not backed by real power unless the rest of the engine, you know, supports it. So there are some vehicles ukichange exhaust, it has to be tuned so that it works, you know, in conjunction with the change in back pressure. So, and the next thing naweza waambia ni, you know, related to that word I've used, back pressure. So back pressure ni kama balance game for an easier term. Engines rely on carefully, you know, tuned back pressure to operate efficiently. So back pressure ni when the engine is working, inahitaji kutoa exhaust gases. Na hizo gases in terms of back pressure hazitakikani ziende zote ziache vacuum. So the size of the pipe na, you know, the types of resonators being used, the catalytic converter being used pale, alafu pia the back box na hizo, kuna venye zimesetiwa so that, you know, they create some back pressure. Okay? So the moment umeenda umetoa kitu moja kwa hizo component umeharibu balance. Nimesema back pressure ni kama balance game. So too much back pressure, ukiweka resonator mingi ama muffler mingi ama kubwa, catalytic converter kubwa na nini, you're increasing back pressure. So now the engine is going to be struggling to breathe. But then again, too little back pressure, tuseme for example, ni straight pipe. Straight pipe does not necessarily mean at a pipe straight. It means umetoa vitu kama catalytic converter, resonator, umetoa silencer. Ukitoa hizo vitu zote, when the back pressure is too little, it means you lose torque, especially at lower RPMs. So engineers wakidesign gari, wakidesign engine, the exhaust is also part of the equation. It is designed to perform specific to that vehicle. So modern exhausts zinakuanga engineered to create the right amount of flow and pressure, not just to meet noise loss. Kama kule majuu unasikia mambo ya noise, gari zinakuja na resonator mingi na pia silencer kubwa to reduce the amount of sound. So engineers waki-engineer the exhausts, they are not just doing it for those to meet those noise laws, but they are doing it to balance performance, emissions, and also fuel economy. Okay, so now when you're messing with that exhaust without proper tuning, definitely you're going to gain noise, but you're going to lose power where it matters. Okay, so tuseme tu OEM exhausts ama original equipment manufacturer exhausts are not dumb. Manufacturers huwa hawaweki tu exhaust kwa gari randomly. They you find a company spending millions in research and development just to design an exhaust system yenye itawak na emit the specified characteristics za engine yenye wanataka kutumia kwa specific car. So now they will consider airflow, catalytic converter placement, mambo ya vitu kama heat management. They are even going to know how sound affects your driving experience. So hizo vitu zote wamefanya research na nini, hawakutengeneza tu hiyo exhaust bure. They knew what they were doing. So when you throw a cheap aftermarket system without tuning the ECU ama adjusting parts of the engine, utapata tu hakuna mahali una increase power. Definitely you're not going to increase power. And kuna mtu anaweza uliza basi, when does an exhaust upgrade make sense? The only time it would make sense is if it's a well thought out performance build. So kama umeweka into consideration intake plus exhaust, unajua utafanya ECU tune, alafu unajua pia ina affect vitu kama turbo, ama pia unataka kuchange vitu kama camshaft na nini. Only then does the louder free flowing exhaust support real performance gains. So final word on that ni ati allowed exhaust might turn heads, definitely. Kila mtu anataka kusikia gari iko na sauti poa ama iko na sauti kubwa, but unless you've done serious tuning, it's mostly just noise. See, hakuna horsepower una gain, hakuna torque una gain. So respect what the engineers have built. If you want power, you have to do it the right way. Build it properly. And so unaona, that wraps up our part 2 of our myth busting series.